Tony Abbatangelo, the Vegas lawyers. Amber Guyger, ex-police officer, killed a man in his apartment, given 10 years in prison.
Lawyer up.
So back to Amber Guyger, murder. Now, murder in Nevada, we got first-degree murder, second-degree murder, involuntary manslaughter, or voluntary manslaughter, involuntary. Murder is minimum 20 years with either the life in prison with or without parole. Life with or without the possibility of parole. We also have the death penalty on first degrees, but you have to be approved for a death penalty case. Meaning the DA's office says, we're going to pursue this as a death penalty case, and what's going to happen is we're going to ask, at the end of the day, if you're convicted, that the crime was so heinous, and there's a group of factors, and we're going to have the death penalty imposed. The death penalty would be imposed by a jury. What happened to Amber Guyger was the jury who heard the case did the sentence. They're the ones that gave her the 10 years. So, in Nevada, death penalty is definitely determined by the jury, the sentence. So what happens is, if you get a first-degree murder and the DA is not seeking the death penalty, you have the choice, well, let me rephrase that. The defendant has a choice to either have the judge sentence you or the jury sentence you to life in prison or life without on the top end. The minimum is 20. Second-degree murder is 10 to 25 in Nevada, or 10 to life. That's at the discretion of the judge, not the jury. Voluntary is lower, 1 to 10, I believe, because we don't see too many of those. What the difference really comes down to is how much time you're going to serve on the bottom end. Because in the Amber Guyger case, they're talking about 5 years getting out of custody. That ain't how it rolls in Nevada. Nevada, as I've told people since I was in college and law school, the United States incarcerates more people per capita than any other country in the world. It used to be Nevada was #1 per capita of the 50 states. So therefore, logically, one can conclude we incarcerate more people per capita than any place in the world. Now, I think we might have fallen to number 2 or 3, but the hammer comes down. So if you get 20 years on a first-degree murder case, you're doing 20 years before you're out. You're eligible for parole, maybe a little before, but not much. Now, what also happens is with a deadly weapon. A deadly weapon enhances all the crimes I've mentioned, first degree, second degree, voluntary, and even involuntary, by 1 to 20 on the first and second degree murders. So the maximum punishment on a first degree murder with use of a deadly weapon is 28 years. Now, that's the range of punishments, and that's how the murder charges work here in Vegas. Actually, Nevada.
TheVegasLawyers.com. Lawyer up.